Hi there, my name is Maria Gracia. I am the owner of GetOrganizedNow.com. Welcome to our premiere episode of Get Organized Now TV, where you're about to discover ways to get organized so that you have more time for family, friends, and fun. Before we get started, I wanted to just give you a quick shout out. Be sure when you're done watching the video that you stop over by my website because we have something very special for you today that you can pick up. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a surprise. And when you're done getting that free item, you can also proceed into my website where you can sign up for my newsletter, which is filled with tips that you'll get in your email inbox. And you'll also be notified of new free videos that I have coming out, and you can get a whole bunch of other free stuff like checklists and challenges and tips and ideas and articles and all that fun stuff. You can also hook up to my social media pages there. So be sure to stop by getorganizednow.com when the video is over. Today's episode of Get Organized Now TV focuses on the question of whether it's possible to be organized and spontaneous at the same time. Now, a few years back, I was doing this seminar, and it was to a group of PhDs at a venue that I was invited to. And the seminar was going so fantastic. You know, I'm giving all of my organizing tips and ideas, and people are asking questions, and they're taking notes, and it's going so well. And then all of a sudden, one woman in the corner, she kind of raises her hand, and she has this look on her face like she's not thrilled or something. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So she precedes her question with, I have to ask you a question. And I'm like, oh goodness, this is like time for Stump the Professional Organizer or something day. But I asked her what she needed, and she said that, you know, right prior to that, I was talking about the fact that I plan my day out. So she said that she doesn't really like to plan her day out. She prefers to go through her day in a more spontaneous fashion. So I had to answer her question, and I thought about it for a minute, and it's definitely a thought-provoking question, and I think a lot of people probably have that same question in their mind. You know, they look at me and they say, oh, she's a professional organizer, and all she does is plan, 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 and there's no time for fun, and she's probably a boring person. Well, I'm not a boring person, but anyways, so I do plan my day, okay? I definitely do plan my day, but I use something called PS in my day, and PS stands for planned spontaneity. Now, what exactly is that? It actually entails two different things. First, as I'm planning my day, I plan time for spontaneity. So while I may have a project planned from 8 to 9 and another one planned from 9 to 10, etc., there are two times during my day that I have hours that are planned out for spontaneous activities. So my first PS time of the day is from 11:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. And I never really know what I'm going to be doing during that time because that's kind of my free, fun, spontaneous time. Okay, so I may decide that day to make myself a sandwich and read my favorite magazine. Or I may decide to call a friend or my husband and see if we want to just, you know, go out to a spontaneous lunch, to a spontaneous restaurant somewhere. Or I may decide, well, I think I'll just have a quick yogurt today and go for a power walk. Okay, so the time and all my projects during the day is planned out, but the activities that I have are very spontaneous activities. So that definitely adds some fun to my day and something unexpected. Now, the second way I use PS, you know, I'm planning out my projects, and each project is going to take so much time. But I never just say, okay, well, I think this project is going to take 30 minutes. Let me schedule 30 minutes for this project. And then the next project is going to take an hour, and I schedule an hour for that project. And now all of a sudden, I have a jam-packed schedule with absolutely no time for anything that might come up. You know, and what happens when you have a planned schedule like that is so jam-packed is an activity ends up taking you much longer than you think it is going to take. And then by the end of the day, you're way backed up and there's been no time for fun at all. So if I have a project that I think is going to take 15 minutes, I schedule 30 minutes for it. If I have a project that I think is going to take an hour, I schedule an hour and a half for it. So my schedule now is more loosely packed. If an emergency comes up, and I cannot complete my 15-minute plan project in 15 minutes and it takes 30 minutes, now my whole day is not thrown off. And in the even better circumstance that I actually get my 15-minute project done in 15 minutes, but I scheduled 30 minutes for it, now I have 15 minutes of buffer time. And I can either start my next project during that buffer time and get to my PS time a little earlier and have a whole bunch extra PS time by the time my scheduled PS time rolls around. Or I can use that 10 or 15 or 20 extra minutes to do some mini PS time. And, so I may, hang out on Facebook for 10 or 15 minutes, or I may call a friend. So there are two different ways that I have PS time during the day, which means that my day is planned. I am getting stuff done, but at the same time, I am also having fun and being spontaneous. So the answer is yes, you can be organized and spontaneous at the same time. My name is Maria Gracia. I am the owner of Get Organized Now. I hope you liked this episode today. If you did, please click the like link and feel free, of course, to send me an email or if you're one of my Facebook fans, send me a Facebook message, however you want to do it. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your questions. I would love to hear your ideas. I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't forget to stop at my website for all the cool stuff I was telling you about earlier, and we'll see you in the next episode.